Bill Moomaw, Toyota Technical Training, here with a short video series on Techstream file management. We're going to walk you through setting up a user account, storing and saving data, and then accessing that data later on during a diagnosis. This will help you save time and reduce the clutter in your Techstream as far as the file management goes. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you on each one of these videos. In this video, we're going to go over how to set up a user account in Techstream. That way you have a directory right in Techstream that'll store and save all your data efficiently while you're working with a diagnosis on a vehicle.
Is click on User, go to the drop down, Change Create User. This will bring up the Change Create User window, and the one that'll be defaulted is Default User. That's part of the Techstream program. You can add a user, all right, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do here. So I already have myself in here. I'm going to add another user just to walk through the process. Add new user, put a name in. We'll just put down a fictitious name for this example. New guy, and he's 001 is the technician number. So you can put all this information in. What this is going to do is create a directory for yourself for when you're saving and storing data from the Techstream. It's very important. Make your life much easier when you're going to look for your data files. So we're going to click Continue. There's going to be a series of pop-up windows that will ask you some questions. The first one being vehicle brand. We're going to just stay with the default for Toyota. The font size is 10 point as default. There is a larger font size and 14 point. The issue comes in, this font, the 10 point font fits better in many of the screens and columns and so forth in Techstream. You can easily change any one of these settings later on. I'll show you where to find that in a moment, but just leave it at the 10 point regular font. There are 3 languages available in the North American release of Techstream: English, French, and Spanish. I'm going to stay with English. Snapshot type, I do manual triggered snapshots when I'm using it. I just leave it at type 1. You can change this later if you want, but I've never seen a need to change that. Snapshot duration setting, again, this can easily be reset or changed while using Techstream. The default is 5-minute duration for a snapshot with the trigger point at 50%. The graph scale setting, leave this alone. This can easily be changed later on when using it. The unit selection, these are the default unit selections. Just leave these alone for the time being. You may want to change like your air pressure to millimeters of mercury later on, or inches of water, but just leave these the way they are for now. And then finally, the hotkey information and configuration pop-up window will come up. There are some hotkeys you can use instead of using the mouse. The one that I use most often is the spacebar for stopping and starting snapshots. So we'll just leave that the way that is, and we're going to click Finish. And now we have the new guy, technician, listed here under the Create User. Now the final thing you have to do is click on that new user and click OK to start that new user for this session. And how you know that? Look down here in the lower right. It says new guy. Now all data that you collect and store will be saved under the new guy directory. to change any of the user preferences that you created during the creation of your user account, go to the User tab, User Preferences, and all of those settings that you selected initially can be changed from this drop down. So you just go in and change it. I'll just use a graph scale setting just as an example. So you can change from auto ranging to manual. For the time, typically you're not going to change the time. You're typically going to change your scale for the amplitude, basically, from auto ranging to manual ranging. That's typically the one you're going to be changing. But any one of these can be changed under User, User Preferences, and then you can change